Hey, welcome back to KMMA. I'm Andy O,
And I'm Khalil Deal.
and we're going to be talking about the main card of UFC Fight Night Edmonton coming to you all from the home country. So we're going to start the card off with Mike Malott against Trevin Giles. Then it's going to be Marc-Andre Barriault against Dustin Solfus. Next we got Chao Machado against Brenson Ribeiro. Derek Lewis is back against Jonata Dinitz. In the co-main event, we have Rose Namajunas against Aaron Blanchfield. And for the main event, we have Brandon Moreno against Amir Albazi. So opening it up, who you got for Mike Malott and Trevin Giles, real deal?
All right, yeah, man. For this first fight here, man, I'm looking at Mike Malott. Like this guy a lot. Mike Malott, like him a lot. No, he's a really good fighter, man. Fun fact that people might not know, out of his 10 wins, all of his wins have come by finish, okay? He's never won by decision, okay? This guy is a finisher. He fights really, really well. A black belt in jiu-jitsu, very good grappler, very good on the ground, and a very decent striker. He has 4 knockouts and 6 submissions out of his 10 wins. Subs is where he really, that's his bread and butter there. That's where he does his best jiu-jitsu work. He looked really, really good, except for the last fight against Magny, where he got knocked out. But throughout that fight, he was winning the fight the whole time until he made a couple of mistakes at the end here. Kind of gave up at the end and ended up getting knocked out by Magny there by ground and pound. Trevin Giles is a guy who I can't trust his chin. Got knocked out by Carlo Prates pretty badly with a straight left in his last fight. The fight before that there didn't look good either. So, Trevin Giles, he got knocked out by Michael Morales as well. Got subbed by Gabriel Bonfim.
You don't trust Trevin Giles' chin. I don't trust his submission defense.
Yeah, I mean, he gets subbed, he gets finished. I think Mike Malott is going to be able to do it here in this one, man. I think that he's going to be the better grappler, the better striker. Trevin Giles he's slowing down, getting up there. I mean, he's been losing a lot too. He fights kind of slowish too. He makes a lot of mistakes too in there. I think Malott's going to be able to land some good striking, get him on the ground. I think he actually ends up getting a ground and pound or a submission. I got Mike Malott winning by KO or a submission. This one, I think he's going to be able to finish Trevin Giles. Just don't trust the chin of Trevin Giles. Don't trust his abilities as much anymore. What about you, Andy O?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there with his mistakes. He finds ways to lose this guy. Even when he's winning, you should put some money on his opponent because you'll get paid half the time. The line is a little off again. This whole card, the line's been a little off. The line is too juiced, but still, I am picking Mike Malott because I have to pick the winner here. Giles is very good, but he gets in his own way too much, and I think it has something to do with earlier in his career, he relied too much on backup. That's what I really think. And, think he can get away with certain things, he otherwise couldn't if he didn't have that backup coming. But since he isn't Officer Giles anymore, and he hasn't been for a couple years now, backup ain't coming, right? So if he can keep this on his feet and stop Malott's takedowns, he has a way better chance of winning. I don't think that's going to happen because I think Malott knows where his bread and butter is and is going to try and get Trevin Giles down. And eventually he'll sub him out. He's been fighting consistently now, Mike Malott. Let's not forget that he's not the youngest guy in the world. So he wants to make his mark now. And I'm pretty sure he's happy to be on the main card at Edmonton here in the home country. So give me Mike Malott by sub.
Yeah, man, I like Mike Malott. We are in agreement here for the first fight of the main card. Let's move on up now to the next fight here. We got Marc-Andre Barriault against Dustin Stolfus. For this one here, I'm going to go with Marc-Andre Barriault. Another similar reason, I just don't trust Dustin Stolfus anymore either. He's got some decent power, Dustin Stolfus. He could be pretty dangerous at the beginning. He starts off pretty wild. But Marc-Andre Barriault just has to weather the storm of the first round. And then after that, he'll get the win. I think Marc-Andre Barriault is a better, more well-rounded fighter. He's got submissions. He's got ground game, grappling. He's got some good striking, some good power in his hands as well. He has been coming off a two-fight losing streak, but not to slouches. We're talking guys like Joe Pyfer, who ended up finishing him by knockout in the last fight. Pyfer's got a sick amount of power in his hands. They're way more
Uh,
than Stolfus here.
there's no shame in that one, man. That was a tough fight.
Now, also losing a split decision to Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis is no slouch either, a very good fighter, and that was a split decision that could have gone either way. Did come up with a good win against Eric Anders and beat Julian Marquez, who was another finisher, and also lost to Anthony Hernandez, to Fluffy, and we've seen how damn good Fluffy is. Okay, so he's fought the better competition, I find. Stolfus lost to Bruno Ferreira by knockout. We saw how bad Bruno Ferreira just looked in the last event. He also
Yeah, Bruno Ferrell looked better though that fight though. Bruno Ferrell looked like crap against the bus, man. You even said yourself he looked out of shape and like, ugh.
Yeah.
Remember?
Speaking of a bus, Dustin Stolfus lost to a bus Magomedov as well by knockout. He got knocked out by him. His chin is no good. Got knocked out by Bruno Ferreira. Got knocked out by Abus Magomedov. Mearshart was able to sub him. I think Marc-Andre Barriault could do a good job here. Weather the storm at the beginning. I don't think Stolfus is a threat to take down Marc-Andre Barriault. Marc-Andre Barriault's got good takedown defense. He's good on the ground. And I think that Barriault can land some powerful punches onto Dustin Stolfus, maybe knock him out, or maybe even get a submission. I think that Marc-Andre Barriault finishes him. I'm going to go with Barriault by KO or submission in this one, man. I think he's got the advantage here. What about you?
Yeah, I got to go with Andre Barrio also. I think he's way better in the clinch, and if he can't clinch it up with Stolfez, I think you should just try to put him up against the cage and work him over there. Barrio is what I call a mucker fighter, and he knows his job. He knows what he's doing in there. And Stolfez, he seems to take a while to decide what he wants to do in there. He has good technique and he tries to do the right thing, but he's too slow to make up his mind, I think. And Barrio knows what he's going to do, and he's going to get in his face and he's going to muck it up. And if Stolfus doesn't try to take him down, I think he has a far less of a chance simply because of the pressure style Barrio fight. So if I were Stolfus, I tried to take him down more than anything. And Barrio's takedown defense is good enough to, even if he does, I think he's going to be able to stop enough of them to continue the beating. So give me and in the beating he's giving him, he's also going to weaken him and prevent him from getting those takedowns. Don't forget. So that's the way I see it go. Give me a mucky win for Barrio by a knockout or decision.
All right, we're in agreement as well here with
All right.
second.
So the next fight here is Machado against Ribeiro. He's coming down to lightweight and he's slim. He slimmed down. I saw new pics of him. So I think that's going to help him also with his endurance, which has always been better than Ribeiro's. And if he can just avoid Ribeiro's the danger potential that Ribeiro has in the first round, he should be okay. So give me Machado by decision or sub, because he's a BJJ and black belt too. So there you go. What about you, Real Deal?
Can't trust Caio Machado anymore, man. For him,
Anymore?
yeah, because I can't trust him. I mean, if you're going to lose to Dontel Mays,
Yeah.
decision, okay, and you're going to also lose to Mick Parkin by unanimous decision.
Hey, Nick Parkin's a good boxer, bro.
Yeah, Mick Parkin is definitely better than Dontel Mays, but to lose to Dontel Mays, I just don't know if Machado can beat a guy like Brenson Ribeiro. Brenson Ribeiro is a beast, man. He's huge. He's built. He's ripped. He's in incredible shape.
He's got 30 seconds of gas.
Caio Machado is going to be a much bigger, out of shape guy.
He's not. He's going to be skinny. He lost like 30 pounds.
We'll have to see how he looks on the scales there. But I like the fact that Ribeiro will have the 3-inch reach advantage here. And they're almost the same height. Brenson Ribeiro is a wild dude, though. He comes out there, he attacks you. He comes out there with leg kicks, crazy striking. He punches very hard. He's got power. He's got flying knees, spinning back fists. They call him the gorilla because he goes out there and he goes crazy. Um, I got a slight lean on Brenson Ribeiro here to get the finish. I think he's going to knock out Kyle Machado, hurt him pretty badly in this one. I think he's going to be in better shape. He's 28 years old, a couple of years younger. I think he's going to be in better shape. I think he's going to be quicker, speed kills. So I think he's just going to be faster than Kyle Machado. And if Kyle Machado doesn't get the takedowns, on
which he will.
it's going to be a problem for Machado big time. But if Kyle Machado can take down Bredson Ribeiro, lay on top of him, and just control him on the ground, then Machado can get the win here.
Yeah.
I got the slight underdog here. I'm going to go with Ribeiro as an underdog play here. We'll see it at on Friday on our final predictions if I still stick with it. But for now, I think I'm going to go with Bredson Ribeiro here.
Yeah, I forgot to mention Ribeiro can't stop takedowns and he can't get up either. So that is fantastic for Machado. Hopefully Machado didn't lose too much weight, that he still has enough of it to hold Ribeiro down there. But Ribeiro doesn't know how to get up anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, give me Machado the favorite again. I'm picking the favorite here and you're picking the dog.
Yeah, so again, I like Bredson Ribeiro. I think he's going to be able to just do a little bit more damage on the feet. I think he's the better striker over Kyle Machado, man. So that's the reason why. But if he gets taken down, it's over for him. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Derek Lewis against Jonata Denise. Who you got in this one, Andio?
You see, this is a very tough fight for me. But I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm going to go with Denise because he's a lot younger. I think he has more power. He's more technical, and he uses leg kicks a lot better. He's going to lose this fight to Lewis based on Lewis just deciding to show up maybe in the later rounds and knock him out all of a sudden, or use some takedowns. Believe it or not, Lewis has been using more takedowns lately. I think that may be a path to victory, but I think Denise is going to be careful. He's going to hit him from the outside. Like, Lewis is a brawler, and Denise has more power and is technical. So if he's smart, he should be able to knock out Lewis. So give me Jonata Denise by knockout.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you here, but you bet your ass you better have a bet on Derek Lewis by knockout for sure there. You got to do that. We'll talk about that in our official bets video. You got to put something on Lewis by knockout, but I'm going to be in agreement with you here. I got Jonata Denise as well to win. I think he's going to be able to be the better striker in this one. I think he's going to be a little bit quicker too than Derek Lewis. I think we've seen that Derek Lewis, his chin too. He's been knocked out. Sergey Pavlovich was able to knock him out. And also Jailton Almeida was able to take him down and do some damage.
Well, Lewis has been finished, don't forget, like 12 times in his career.
Yeah, Lewis has that one punch knockout power, but so does Jonata Denise, which is why I'm saying that it's going to be a close fight. Jonata Denise has a 1-inch height advantage there. He also he's going to be a little bit quicker on the feet, I think. Derek Lewis got in good shape though. He's been losing some weight, but looking much better. Like I said, this is a tough fight to call. I'm going to go with Jonata Denise to win by knockout here. Not very high confident in it. Definitely going to have a bet on Derek Lewis by knockout as well. I mean, it's one of these fights there where it can go either way. But I'll take Jonata Denise to be a little bit more technical on the feet and the better striker, a little bit more, technical. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just going to label this fight, put that little label on it. This is definitely a 1-900 gambler fight.
It is a 1-900 gambler for sure, man. The fight could go either way, you know what I mean? So, but for the predictions, we'll go Jonata Denise for knockout. So we're in agreement here. Let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Thug Rose versus Aaron Blanchfield. For this one here, I got to go with Thug Rose. Thug Rose has been looking amazing lately. Aaron Blanchfield, yes, she's pretty good. She's got some good grappling, but so does Thug Rose. Thug Rose got very good submissions as well. She's got a black belt in BJJ. Aaron Blanchfield, not very powerful. Her striking is decent, but not going to really hurt Thug Rose. Thug Rose has been in there with the best of the best. She's been looking amazing lately, beating Tracy Cortez in her last fight by unanimous decision. Also beating Amanda Ribas by unanimous decision. Those are two very, very good fighters. They both lost to Manon Furio. That's something to note there.
Yeah, there's no shame in that because Fioro's fighting for the title next. So
But I think that Thug Rose just has more skills, man. She's better on the feet. She's got very good kicks, high kicks, low kicks, very good strikes. Her punching power is way more powerful than Blanchfield. And if the fight goes on the ground, I think that Thug Rose is very good at scrambling on the ground. If she gets taken down, she'll be able to reverse it, get some sweeps, get on top. She's got submission threats from the bottom. She can get arm bars from the bottom. She's always very good at submissions. Thug Rose it is for me. I got her winning by decision in this one. What about you?
yeah, this is going to be striker grappler. The way Blanche feels to win this is just going to be that pressure, take some shots if she has to, push Rose back, prevent Rose from using her superior footwork and her angles and her stance switches. Blanchfield has to be willing to take a hit. She has to get her down because she has an advantage in the grappling and she's going to be able to keep her down if she's at the top of her game. But with that being said, I think she doesn't compete overall with Rose's overall skills. Rose is going to be faster. If she stays off her back foot, she's going to use nice angles to get some more strikes. She's a volume striker. She has to win this on points. And I think she's going to do that. Her striking is also more varied. She has nice kicks. She, like you said, she knows how to set up those kicks. I'd like to even see some body work from Rose. I know I keep on talking about body work every show, a little bit at least. But here's where it could help because it's going to slow Blanchfield down, get Blanchfield a little tired. And so give me Rose here. I'm not going to jump off the Rose bandwagon. I still think she's one of the best women fighters out there. As long as she shows up and nothing crazy goes wrong with her. Because when she has bad fights, it always seems like something's wrong, you know?
Yeah, it's been looking pretty steady in her life there. She's been doing.
Yeah, it's things like that I don't even really want to get into because who knows, right? But if she shows up the top of her game, good game plan, I think she has enough skills to beat Blanchfield by decision here.
Yeah, and I also think Thug Rose can take down Blanchfield as well and get takedowns of her own and cause some problems there. All right, so we're in agreement here with Thug Rose. Let's move on up to the main event of the evening. We got Brandon Moreno and Amir Albazi. Is it my turn or yours here?
It'll be mine here. And this was another fight. Actually, I'll say it right now. I was going to pick Amir Albazi in this fight, knowing that overall Brandon Moreno is the better boxer. He's gotten way better on the feet compared to, let's say, his first run in the UFC, like night and day, right? He's always been good on the ground. He has a lot of submissions. Just about everything about him, I think, is better skill-wise than Albazi, except for the wrestling. And I thought Albazi would win this one based on the incessant wrestling and some good scrambling and just being smart and avoiding places he should avoid with Moreno. Easier said than done, but I was going to predict Amir Albazi. But I'm not, because I found out that a few months ago, he hasn't fought in a year and a half, but in between that span, he almost died, and he had like, I saw a pic of him all wrapped up in like medical shit and like stitched up, and something happened with he had to reconstruct his neck or something. Like, don't quote me on that, but something wrong with his neck. And I'm not going to pick the guy that almost died a couple months ago here. Not to mention, it was a very bold pick to begin with, right? But no more, man. I got to go with the more well-rounded guy, even though I wasn't really happy with Brendan Moreno's performance last time. Who was it against? Quickly, if you have that up. Brendan Moreno.
Sorry?
Brendan Moreno's last opponent.
Yeah, it was against Brendan Royval, a split decision there, and he lost.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with that performance, and I thought maybe the guy's heart isn't as in it as it wasn't before. Like, I know Royval, like I like Royval, but something about Moreno I didn't like in that fight, and I thought, could be a great time for Albazi to get the win here. Not anymore, man. I can't go with the guy that was almost dead, like, very recently. And with a neck injury for a wrestler. Like, man, I don't know how he's going to look. He could fold and fall apart right away. You never know. Too much of a risk for me. It was too much of a dog to begin with. I'm happy I found this out. Give me Moreno by decision or knockout.
Okay, okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing here. I'm definitely going to have something on Albazi if he stays at dog odds here as a dog play for sure, because Albazi is very dangerous. He's been on a five-fight winning streak, been looking pretty good lately. But the difference is,
He's beat one guy of note, and even that guy he should have
that's
lost.
exactly what I was going to talk about, is his opponents that he's faced. Come on, Malcolm Gordon, is
Oh, the legend Malcolm Gordon, the legend.
the brother of Davison Figueiredo, Francisco Figueiredo, the worst brother. Alessandro Costa and Kai Kara France, and he almost lost that fight to Kai Kara
He
France.
lost the Cara France.
So his fight, the fights the guys he's fought have nothing compared to Moreno. Moreno's fought the best of the best here. We're looking at guys like Brandon Royval. We're looking at Alexander Pantoja. We're looking at Davison Figueiredo.
Let's not forget Davidson among the best, right? But four damn times,
And Davison Figueiredo is the better brother. And of course, he knocked out Kai Kara France. So whereas Albazi went to a split decision. So I like Brandon Moreno in this one. I think he's going to be the better guy. He's also going to be bigger. He's going to be 2 inches taller, and he's going to have a 2 inch reach advantage. So that's going to be really helpful for Moreno. Moreno is also very, very good at scrambling on the ground. So if Albazi tries to sub him, you know that Brandon Moreno can get out of those submissions positions. He's got very good reverses and sweeps as well, so he can easily get taken down and then get back on top. He fights with heart. He fights with grit. He goes in there and gives it his all. Yeah, it's like you said in the last fight there, he kind of looked like he had, fell off a little bit against Brandon Royval. I thought he could have fought a little bit better in that fight. But I like Moreno to win this one here. This fight's going to be very close. I say Moreno wins by decision in this one. I don't think it's going to be a finish, but I think he's gonna edge out a decision here. So the pick is going to be Brandon Moreno by decision. Albazi, you never know what can happen though. I think a nice little dog play on Albazi wouldn't hurt. We'll talk about that in the betting, but Brandon Moreno is the pick for me. There you go. So we're in agreement with that one there.
All right, nice.
Folks,
So that's it. That's it for the card. Everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Be nice to the algorithm. Coddle the algorithm. Shoot us a like, share it.
that's it. Please, tell us, leave a comment, let us know what you guys think and who you guys have. So that's it. Peace out, folks. KAMMA. Stay tuned on Friday for our final predictions, face-offs, our thoughts, and our bets.